8-0 to the Bucks, and they getting our ass whooped equally as bad.
Facts.
I ain't
Look at Pay.
What's up, fellas?
What's
You can go
cracking?
ahead, you can go ahead and share that now, G.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh, the Bucket Boys.
Bucket hat crew. Not just for the Buckeyes. So, man, it's a like we said in hour one, you got a lot to talk about in college football. Ooh, where do you want to start, G?
Wherever you want to go, bro. You know, I know about that level up college football stuff, but we was gonna get on in overtime tonight. And thanks for all y'all were rocking with us, man. I know it wasn't scheduled, and know it's not our normal. We getting down. So wherever you want to go, let's go.
I think we should start right at the top. Let's talk about Michigan and and their infractions, because we ain't got to it yet. It's been bubbling up. It's been bubbling. Yeah. Let's talk that.
Yeah. So this is what happened. There was a letter that was leaked to the ESPN concerning infractions, tier 1 level infractions for the Michigan program, which included 7 coaches and Connor Stallions. And then there was some tier 2 infractions that was all leaked in this big 250-page letter as far as the NCAA had finalized, done their findings. What'd you say, Dave?
Is Connor Stallion still coaching?
No.
So is he taking his name and gonna be a porn star now?
I don't know, but I've heard he's been out there helping Harbaugh. That's Stallion. What I've heard.
Harbaugh threw him under the bus. Now he give him a gig with the Chargers.
Yeah, but Harbaugh didn't throw him under the bus, and that's what I'm going to get to. Okay.
Okay.
So with the findings, okay, the NCAA then moved to give Jim Harbaugh a 4-year show cause. And for all y'all that's listening to us and don't know, show cause means that you cannot participate in anything concerning a college football program, period. You can't do anything. You can't do anything with the college football program. So he got a 4-year show cause, and within inside of that 4-year show cause, he got a 1-year suspension. So because of the show cause and because of the suspension, he's literally banned from college athletics for 4 to 5 years. Mm-hmm. Jim Harbaugh came out and said that, and everybody saw the press conference he had with the Los Angeles Chargers, where he denied. The NCAA has proven you're lying. You did. Okay. I mean, let's just be honest. You did. Because what they got him for is lack of institutional control. And the bottom line is, you're the head coach. You're responsible for knowing that everything that goes on your team. When Coach Tressel got hit with Ohio State with the tattoo date, I'm pretty sure he didn't know that those guys was doing everything that he did. But he got hit for lack of institutional control. Now, in that, the current head coach, Sharon Moore, has been hit with 2 tier 2 findings.
Do you know what those are?
One of them was deleting 57 text messages back and forth between Connor Stallions that they had to actually retrieve from the web and recovering devices and all whatever else. And it showed where they was exchanging game film and stuff like that through these 3D glasses that Connor Stallions was sharing. You know, because and there's videotape out there with him standing on the Central Michigan sideline with the glasses on and him videotaping though. And they proved that was him. And there was also findings that that Sharon Moore also communicated with players on the sideline concerning the signals that was being sent in and out. And they knew that there was some cheating that was going on there. Now, what's not come out, Pay and Tate, is what is going to happen to the university. But as of right now, the show call.
Answer asking question though.
What she said.
We not on SCN tonight.
Oh yeah. Are you talking about? What's she talking about? Renegade. Oh yeah, the Steelers just scored again, so that's what she's talking about.
Oh, but we not on SCN tonight. The homies part 2.
Now we got Jeff Hartman and who else doing the post game show on state? And Dave, they're doing the post game show on Steel Curtain. So you're with us on the Frustrated Chicago and Running Through the Jungle. YouTube channels. That's where hour 2 is going. Homies OT. So G, not to cut you off, you said what's going to happen with the University of Michigan with all these infractions?
It's right now at this point, it's all speculation, right? So if you're gonna, it's unfair to compare apples to apples, considering what happened with Tattoo Gate for the Ohio State football team and what's going on with the Michigan as far as sign stealing, whatever. But if you're one of those people that like to travel down those roads and say, okay, well, if you did this and this is what happened, and you do this, this what happened. The Ohio State team had to end up vacating all of the wins that they had the prior season for Ohio State, and multiple players received suspensions based on the information that they was getting from the tattoos, including Terrell Pryor, including DeVere Posey, including Mike Adams, including, there was multiple players that got caught up with the thing. So I'm hearing, because I'm close to Ann Arbor, I don't live that far away from it, that there are players that's involved with these NCAA findings. But I'm also hearing that they're trying to give the university an opportunity to do a response before, because the deal is if they do level a suspension on the Michigan football program for the head coach, he has 90 days. No, he has 30 days to respond, and then it can go into litigation for 90 days. So basically, they could push this off until the Michigan-Ohio State game. So how much would that leverage? But pay and take, this is what I'm thinking. It's not so much that it's hurting the program as we set currently today, but I think this is going to have ramifications on the programs for year to come. That's just my opinion. It's going to have ramifications on years to come. Because remember, the whole 5-5 scandal and all whatever else, it didn't hurt the program till later on up the road. So, that's when they got to pulling down banners and vacating wins and all. And I think that's what's going on. I think that's what's going on.
So I like that you brought up the Fab Fives. This is Michigan again, being caught up in they reached the mountaintop and under covers that they got there do illicit, ill-gotten means, cheating again, right? Just to retract, John Harbaugh got hit with four-year show cause, which is basically a 4-year suspension from coaching in college football. Unfortunately for him, he's already in the NFL with a 5-year contract, so it doesn't really matter.
Facts.
Sharon Moore, if you were to put a number on it, do you think he'll be suspended? And if you do, how many games?
I think he will be suspended. I would say maximum 4. But he has the right to, and I'm just going to be honest, it's not no bias. He has the right to fight this. So like I said, if it goes through litigation, it's the 30 days with the 90 days. He's got the right to fight it. So will it be for the 20? I guess maybe a better question, will it be for the 2024 season? I doubt if it's for the 2024. If he gets suspended for the 2024 season, the NC2A is definitely trying to send a message by saying, look, we're not putting up with this ever again. So, but I don't think he's going to get.
Why would he get Harbaugh's punishment? I mean, I understand if they did something to the program, why are they going to suspend the coach 4 games for what Harbaugh has done?
Because he's caught up with tier 2 violations, NCAA tier 2 violations. So
layman, come on, give it to me.
So tier 1 is automatic suspensions.
Okay.
Tier 1 is automatic. What'd you say, Kev?
No, what's the layman's term? Tier 2 is what?
Tier 2 is tier 1
not the most severe infraction.
Yeah. Tier 1 can get you banned for life. Yeah, tier 1 can get you banned for life. Tier 2 is you're walking the suspension track at a suspension.
Yeah, I understand violations against the program. I don't understand why the coach would get suspended for something he didn't do. That was Harbaugh's program then.
No, he did do. He got caught with 57 deleted text messages between him and Connor Stallings. And so he got caught with his hand in a cookie jar.
Basically, obstruction of an investigation, right?
Facts. Big facts. So yeah, he did do something. It's not like he's innocent. There, really, to be honest, and I'm gonna say this, and maybe I'm being biased when I say this. There's nobody in the Michigan.
Dirt watching. I said he's watching. I don't want you to get in trouble with B Dirt.
Oh, I ain't worried about B Dirt.
Colin Coward said that nobody care about this except Ohio State fans.
No, that's not true.
He said people in Columbus and East Lansing. He said nobody else care about it. Go ahead.
You know what? I can't wait to
G's been following this story for pretty long and pretty harder than anybody else. So maybe that's true. G, what were you saying?
I can't wait to get Colin Coward in the dojo because he's been talking mess about Ohio State. He's been talking mess about the Steelers. Connor Coward is trash when it comes to his takes about what he thinks and feels because a lot of people care about it. The NC2A cares about it. Yeah, the
NC2A. And he said the NCAA is can around a paper hammer trying just to do stuff they really in a couple of years ain't gonna be able to do nothing.
So if you want to say apples to apples too, you know, after Coach Hart, when Coach Tressel got the show calls from the NCAA, they carried it over to the NFL.
True.
He was working for the Indianapolis Colts, and the Colts suspended him for what he did. Now, do I think that the LA Chargers will do that? No, absolutely not.
No, it wasn't the Indianapolis Colts that suspended Tressel. It was the NFL.
Yes, the NFL. And the Colts decided to follow the recommendations from the NFL office, and they suspended him. So, you know, B Dirt say, G, I'm not wishing bad on Michigan.
Yes,
I'm not. I'm really not. No, I'm not. I've said, Tate, you get the big fine on pay show. So you talking with the mic muted. So
hey, y'all know what I said. I was agreeing with Pay. Yes, you have.
No, I'm not. I don't wish bad for Michigan. I don't.
You've been on this since it came out last fall, and you still on it.
Because it's the truth.
Back when I thought it was nothing, G was like, no. They getting all their wins taken away, everything. I thought it was nothing until G, you've been on this thing. You've been like a dog with a bone.
But nobody knows what's going to happen. So it's what's going to happen at the institution. That's the deal. Nobody knows. Nobody actually knows what the NC2A has imagined. I don't wish bad on Michigan, but what I will say is this: there's Michigan fans. I've seen two different levels of Michigan fans with this. The first level of Michigan fans is not in denial. They're like, you know what? We cheated. We did, but we still won the championship. But we cheated, and I admit we cheated. And I admit that that's not a good place for college athletics at all. But there's another set of Michigan fans that make Jim Harbaugh sound like he PG. You know, I mean, like he's PG or G-rated.
That's why Austin said, Moon, he's got a big sack.
Yeah, there's
whoa.
Yeah, no doubt. I got you, Pay. Don't worry about
big sack? Oh, yeah.
I got you, Pay. No, did he know? I got you, Pay. So, but there's the issue is that this cannot happen. The NC2A is trying to fix this situation with outright cheating, NIL, all the other stuff that's going on. They got to work through this. They have to work through this. So, you know, at any time, they're going to make an example of somebody. That's why they made an example out of Harbaugh. That was unprecedented. The show calls and stuff he got, Harbaugh basically got the death penalty. You know, so he can't be associated with Michigan in any capacity moving forward. And now I want you to understand too, the stuff that they found Jim Harbaugh out about was about the COVID stuff. Sharon Moore and them is about them cheating. Mm-hmm. So these are two different sets of cases.
So when you say, let me go back to again. When you talk about the Harbaugh stuff about the COVID, you said COVID. You're talking about the recruiting infractions he got last year, right?
Yes,
that he got suspended for. Now this being a different like I said, infraction that Harbaugh was involved in, which we got the show calls for, and Sharon Moore is going to be left holding the bag.
Yes.
We saw Jim Harbaugh got suspended for what, 2 games last year for the recruiting violations?
I think he got 3.
3. Is there any way that Sharon Moore, I don't know if I'm saying his name right, the head coach for Michigan football, is there any way he gets 3 for being involved in this for tier 2 stuff?
I say he'll get up to 4. I say he'll get up to 4, which will probably lean back closer to 2, maybe 3. But I don't think the suspension is going to happen this season, Pay. Because he has the right to appeal, which is the right thing. There's no person that can be convicted without having the right to appeal. So if they're saying, okay, he's dirty, we know you caught you, we're going to give you the suspension, he should have the right to appeal. So we'll see what happens through the appeal process. But I don't think there's any way possible that he gets suspended this season. I just don't see it. And if they do, they're setting a message. They're setting a message.
Now, for those who don't follow college sports that far, why would they hold off the suspension till next year when he's already been smacked with the notification that here's what we got you on? Why would they not go ahead and do it now?
Because he has the appeal process. That's the only thing that, like if they. So bottom line is, if they suspended him today, he would have 30 days to appeal that suspension, and then they have a 90-day hearing period. So that's what's going on.
Okay.
It's 120 days.
120 days. Okay, that was my next question. How long does an appeal period take? Take. I don't know. Where are you standing with this? You're just as big of an Ohio State fan. I don't want to lean into G's bias. You, as the more rational Ohio State fan, do you think this is just Michigan? Do you think Michigan's dirty, or do you think this is a bunch of, much ado about nothing?
It's much ado about nothing. It's no different than the Patriots winning those Super Bowls when they was looking at people plays and Tom Brady deflating balls. Man, they win on the field, man. I don't know if it has anything to do with anything else. I mean, Michigan was just a more physical, stronger, tougher team than us for 3 years in a row. And we just got to get over it. I ain't mad at it. I mean, we beat them like 14 out of 15 times. They won 3. Now I think this year to start to turn around. I don't care what happened with Harbaugh and whether they take last year's championship or suspensions or tier 1s and tier 2s. Just play it on the field, man. That's where I'm at.
Speaking of the field, G, you've said if your boy Ryan Day lose again, it's it for him, right?
Yeah.
There's no way Ohio State can lose to Michigan this year. No way. Everybody from Michigan that was good went to the league. Ohio State should be what? 2-score favorite?
No, I'm going to say this, and I've said this publicly on the Level Up podcast. I'm going to say it again. Michigan absolutely can beat Ohio State again. Michigan has, in my opinion, on their current roster for this season coming up, they have 7, I'll say 4 for sure, first-round NFL draft picks, but 7 guys that will be picked within the first 2 rounds.
Are these underclassmen or are these upperclassmen or underclassmen?
Well, I'll give you the numbers: 55, 0, 2, 1, 78, 7, 54. All those guys are first or second round NFL draft picks.
Sound like a lot of numbers.
Edwards.
7. Yeah, Michigan is still loaded. 78, 55, 0, 1, and 2 on defense. All 5 of those guys are first or second round NFL draft picks.
Big G, what I told you about the USA men's basketball team.
No. Okay.
What I tell you?
You said they're going to walk through it.
But I said they're not going to what?
Not going to lose.
Ohio State not going to lose. They get past Oregon early, they're not going to lose.
Man, listen, I follow college football probably closer than anybody you guys know. And I'm telling you right now, Michigan has a legitimate chance. Michigan has a legitimate chance to be undefeated when they play Ohio State on Thanksgiving weekend. They have a legitimate chance of being undefeated.
I'll take your word for it. I can't see it happening.
Who,
I can see
Michigan?
it all day and night. I can see it all day and night. Yes, Michigan has a legitimate chance to come into that game undefeated.
You got them beating Texas off the rip.
They play Texas and Oregon at the crib.
I'm gonna ask you straight up, G.
Mm-hmm.
Straight face. Is there any bias in what you just said?
No.
For those that don't know, one of the third amigo of the know-it-alls is a Texan fan. G's brother. G, I'm like one more time.
He lives in the heart of Texas. He don't live in Austin. He lives in
Austin. He lives in Austin. Yeah.
Okay.
No, there's no. Well, first of all, I don't know how close you guys follow college football. University of Texas lost their starting running back yesterday. RJ Baxter's gone for the season. He tore his Achilles.
They still have Quinn Ewers, right?
Well, Quinn Ewers doesn't have what he had last year with Adnan Mitchell and Xavier Worthy.
Does Michigan have what they had last year?
Michigan got a lot of defense still left, bro. Michigan got a lot of defense, and they still got Edwards, that running back. And they still got that dog tight end, Loveland. They got a lot going on up there in Ann Arbor, bro. They got a lot going on.
I kind of want to take Texas in this game, G.
Bet the corner time. I'll bet it. You want to bet it right now? I'll bet the corner time. I'll bet it.
I kind of want to
I got Michigan. Ma gave me 10 points.
I ain't going that far.
Ma gave me 10 points.
I ain't got that type of belief in Texas, but
B Dirt say Michigan defense can play with anybody.
I believe it 150%. Yeah, Michigan is the truth still. Michigan is very good.
The Steelers,
which is why you want them to get suspended so bad.
No, I don't want them to get suspended. I keep saying that. This is really, like I said, the facts, because this has to do with the NC2A. Because I'm telling you, if there's things like this that keeps happening, the NC2A is cooked. They're cooked. The stuff like this, it has a ripple effect, and it just can't happen.
The NC2A about to be cooked anyway, though. They don't got nothing but they on life support.
Mm-hmm.
No, I don't think they are on life support.
As far as football go, football gonna be a whole other entity. Maybe they keep the NCAA tournament in other sports. Football about to be a league of its own.
I don't think so. I think the NC2A is doing some things aggressively to work through this, because they're actually going to put a cap on the NIL. That'll be done before the end of the season. There's going to be a cap on the NIL. After who get the big fine? Tate?
I ain't do nothing.
Somebody get it.
One of y'all get it.
How you know it's not
because it ain't me. It ain't me.
Mm-hmm.
All right. You're talking about the NCAA will fall out of place, right?
Mm-hmm.
Before that happens, I think one of the reasons that the NCAA, obviously money is the biggest reason, 89% of the reason that that the NCAA is probably going to lose football. The football is going to break off of them. However, there's another underlying reason. A lot of the big guys in football don't believe the NCAA can properly adjudicate a real suspension. And if they can, they don't want to hear from the NCAA, right?
Yeah.
Reason I bring that up is there was a bombshell report detailing the culture, the culture of the football team at Colorado, University of Colorado. University of Colorado, they are coached by the one, the only Deion Sanders. I've read it. It sounds. I'll hold off on my opinion. What did you take from it?
It's on the same lines of lack of institutional control. Like I'm going to keep saying that all along. The head football coach is responsible for everything that goes on at that university, whether or not he knows it or not. Guys cannot be getting pistol whipped in the locker room. Dudes cannot get open face smacked in the locker room. Guys cannot be getting threatened because they're not paying off bets that they're gambling excessive amount of money in the locker room. It just can't happen. That's on that coach's watch. And Deion Sanders, you better start paying attention to what's going on over in your university, because if the hammer ever comes down for something else, this is going to be attached to what's called lack of institutional control. I have seen coaches get fired over and over and over again because they're not paying attention to what's going on at their university. That's my thoughts, Pay.
At first, I didn't necessarily think it was any different from what I would assume goes on in most big time football programs. Colorado is a big time ish football program. But when you get into it, when you got into the report, when you start hearing about some of the hazing, I don't even want to call it hazing because a lot of it was violent, really violent. The amount of how comfortable was just guns being in the locker room, guns being on campus, things of that nature. I'm like, okay, things are getting a little excessive. Tate, did you have a chance to check that out? That's a fine. That's a fine.
Afton got him in that time, boy.
I said I hadn't heard nothing about it. Somebody got pistol whipped in Colorado's locker room.
Shador and the Sanders boys was involved with it. That's even the worst part. That's the daddy's and the coach's kid.
That's a bad look, but you told me already, Big G. You told us Deion gonna be in Dallas with his son next year, and they coaching the Cowboys. What you told us?
I'm believing it.
I'm believing it. He's gonna be out of Colorado. We overhyped anyway. We won 3 games in a row to start the season last year, and then they was trashed the rest of the season afterwards. Now you got people that are Deion Sanders fans, i.e. Mod, your brother, because he was a Cowboy. That just he gonna win about 9-10 games. No, he's not. No, he's not.
I would say he's gonna win 7. I would say he's gonna win 7.
I say 6, but okay.
Yeah, I'll say 7.
Nowhere sniffing bowl contention.
Well, you only need 6 to get to the bowl.
Yes, okay, yeah, you can get into it.
You only need 6 to get to the bowl.
I want to read an excerpt. I want to read an excerpt from the report on the Colorado situation. It's from Athlon Sports. Another former player went deeper into the violent incidents within CU's football program, recounting 3 separate alleged occurrences over the past year, each unfathomable in any normal locker room. He went on to say the violence often seemed to come from personal vendettas, but not always. Jordan Seaton, who was a 5-star recruit, was allegedly bullied into proving his manhood and picked to fight a former CU lineman, Savion Washington. In April, the two were said to have exchanged blows, leaving both bloody. Witnesses described it as 2 bears scrapping for food. That's just one incident. Like, again, I think that goes a little further than hazing. I didn't want to get to land where you landed, G, about using that word, that phrase, lack of institutional control. Because if anybody that knows college football, once you hear that, they take your whole program away.
Yeah, that's what happens.
I don't know. I think I know it won't happen. If it didn't happen at Penn State, I know it won't happen in Colorado.
What do you mean didn't happen at Penn State? It did happen.
No, they did not get the death penalty. They got hit. They got hit pretty bad.
Yeah, they suspended them. They suspended them they had a postseason ban for 2 going on 3 years. Their scholarships got knocked down to 40 scholarships per season. They fired the coach and the entire coaching staff, and they had to vacate 1.5 years worth of wins. I mean, that's not SMU-ish, Pay, but that's a lot.
But if it's not SMU, then it's not a death penalty.
Yeah, it's not. I don't know if we'll ever see another SMU scenario again.
I doubt it. Like I said, if Penn State couldn't get one, then no one's going to get one, and that leads right back to that road that we took to get here. Is that the NCAA don't have a firm grasp on the football programs that it's supposed to be overseeing.
All bark, no bite.
That's true. They'll what they gave Penn State, in my opinion, this is 10 years ago. What they gave them was a slap on the wrist for the infractions that were levied. People got jail time. People still in jail for that stuff.
Jerry Sandusky.
Locked away. Throw them away. Throw the key away. Right. If they didn't come down harder on that program, then they're not going to come down on Colorado. Colorado makes too much money for Nike and a whole bunch of other people, a whole bunch of other interested parties. It's not going to happen.
But like I said, the issue, and this is, you guys, we all know sports. We've been watching sports forever. The issue is that the guys who are responsible for doing these things seems like they never really pay the penalty. What pays the penalty is the university and the institution after those people move on. And I've seen that over and over and over again. It might not seem like that cost Penn State, but Penn State paid Tate. We know Penn State was a superpower before that stuff happened. Joe Paterno had stuff on lock. They was definitely had an opportunity to play for national championships and all whatever else. Since then, they've never recovered. And look how much money they lost in between there with games and suspensions and all whatever else. It always, like Ohio State is the only team I've ever seen bounce back from a major suspension, like with Tressel. And the only reason why I feel that they did is because they were able to land Urban Meyer. And Urban Meyer was able to redirect the ship real fast. But we was looking, lost Tressel.
If we got stuck with Luke Fickell, it'd have been ugly.
Yeah, we was cooked. We was fortunate that we got Urban Meyer and he redirected the ship real fast. So it's those penalties hurt, man. It's just it doesn't hurt. Hey, it always seems like it doesn't hurt the people who are there.
B Dirk's question. That's a good question. Because dude, so you pay somebody to come to your school to NIL, you put them on a scholarship though. You can't just pay them just to come to the school.
The question was, do scholarship suspensions in the NIL era even matter? I mean, that is a great question because, as you said, Tate. I mean, you giving somebody $1 million. I'm assuming that the higher end players, you're giving them a 7-figure payday to show up to your school and do a couple of Instagram posts for you. They get suspended. You take away their $50,000 a year scholarship. I got that. That's couch money. That's money.
If you're taking away school scholarship, you actually hurting the kids that aren't good enough to be NIL players.
Well, the NCAA just got a major lawsuit where they had to pay $20 million to every dang on university out there, and they're going to have to keep paying them $20 million.
Why is
based
that?
on that? Because of that whole lawsuit that went back and forth between the NC2A and leveraging for name, image, and likeness and everything, and they got found guilty. So the NC2A got to give up $20 million a year to the institutions for at least the next 2. So I mean, scholarship ban. I'm agreeing with every institution got all Division I top tier schools got $20 million. Top tier. Top 125 schools. I'm talking about even down to like the Bowling Greens and the Ball States. They got $20 million.
125 times $20 million.
It was in the billions. It was in the billions. The lawsuit findings was in the billions.
That sounds like it's in the 100 billions, don't it?
It was something real high. Google it. They got caught up. The NC2A lawsuit was bad.
Was Florida Florida FIU?
Yeah.
Was FIU one of those schools that got some money?
20 million. 20 million.
I bring up Florida International, whatever, FIU, because they also had a big news this week.
2.5 billion. I'm sorry, 2.5 billion.
They also had big news this week. They signed a naming deal with Pitbull. That's the most. We talked about some serious stuff prior to that, but this is fun to me. Pitbull they naming the stadium after Pitbull. The Pitbull Panthers. I'm not gonna say the word. One of his most famous songs starts with a C, 4-letter word.
Yeah, it does.
1.25 for, was it 4 years or 5 years?
4.
Okay, 4 years. So it sounds, yeah.
I see Tim Lyons.
Tim Lyons is a funny guy. Pitbull Stadium. 1.25 million for 4 years. That sounds like a deal, but it's more like an exchange. They're paying him to use his name on the stadium, but he's also got to advertise them on his. I think he has over 1 million, 2 million. I'm probably shortchanging it. Social media followers. So this is a great deal. I mean, Tate, I don't think there's ever been a better naming deal than this.
What's the name of the stadium?
It's going to be named Pitbull Stadium now.
Okay. Well, yeah, good for Pitbull. I mean, it's the it's the new generation, right? I mean, he's a little younger than me and G for sure. Probably a little younger than you too.
Nah,
Okay.
he's older than me. Mr.
Pitbull.
305. Yeah, he definitely older than me.
Oh,
Mm.
Mr.
well, see,
Mr. 305. I mean, this is the type of thing that the NIL era has birthed. More engagement with the
he's older than you.
social media, right? Um, you've you got to meet your fan base where they are. And I don't think there's a bigger fan. I don't think there's a bigger name in Miami other than Pitbull. You might say The Rock, maybe The Rock, but I think he's a little bit more worldwide now.
Yeah.
But Mr. 305, that's Miami, and that is a huge win for FIU to get him.
How many followers you say he had?
I thought 1 million, 2 million, something like that.
Try 11 million.
See, that's it. I was shortchanging it.
Hey, well, this is the thing, y'all. This is what college football is going to look like for the next 5 years, right? You're going to see collectives, because how it works is if you have a collective can pull together, get money, 30 million, 35 million. For example, Ohio State paid $20 million this year for the NIL through the collective. Okay. But now, will I sell the rights to my stadium? Will I sell the rights to my field? Will I sell the rights to the jerseys? And so you're going to see, I'm going to say maybe not this season, but next season. You know how like we get to the bowl games and you see they got the Nike check on one side and a patch on the other, and whatever the bowl is and all whatever else, that's going to become part of the regular deal, because it's pay to play.
Mm-hmm.
And so you got to be able to beat the next guy based on the deal. Now certain places, man, I'll name two of them: Austin, Texas, and Columbus, Ohio. Major top 13 cities in the country. You don't have a major sports program in there. You might be able to come together where you get 3,000 or 30,000 little small businesses and everybody give $1,000. And then now you feed the collective. But if you can't do stuff like that, you're going to have to sell your name, image, and likeness to the highest bidder, as long as they're vetted, in order to produce revenue for the school to bring in top tier players. That's how this works. That's how it works. So moving forward, this is the new college football deal. You're going to have institutions that sell the field, sell the stadium, sell the jerseys, and they're going to have patches on it. Now, some of them might get just ridiculous with it, because Pay and Tate, the NBA already do it, and that's the NBA. That's the NBA. So you don't think the colleges? Oh yeah. That Nike's already getting paid. Phil Knight thanks, or the Oregon program thanks every time somebody buys a jersey from Ohio State, because a cut of that money is going for a player to go to Oregon. So that's the truth. So why would I not sell something off to where I can get that revenue generated back to my team? What's up, Tate? He got his hand up.
Pay, you calling me?
What you got?
I got a question. Can we talk about something else? After put up some Olympics about track. I mean, we got the NBA team, the track and field. We got so much stuff we can get into. We just spent 39 minutes on college football. And we didn't even talk about the preseason rankings or nothing.
Oh, we was about to go there. We'll go there. Let's get those preseason rankings in before we segue into other avenues. This is what's going on this week in sports. Preseason rankings, top 25. Let's go. Who's number one?
The Georgia Bulldogs.
That was a surprise to me. Again, you all follow it harder than I do. I would have thought UGA, this would be the year that they fall out. They've lost a lot of their players. They've lost a lot of the coaches. To reload it to number one? Yeah.
Carson Beck Carson Beck is, as of today, will be the first player picked in the NFL draft next season. As of today.
I don't know about that. But if you so what's the first Big Ten school that's ranked?
Ohio State number 2, Oregon number 3.
Wait, Oregon's in the Big Ten now? Wow, I gotta remember that.
Yeah.
Oof,
Yeah, Oregon, Ohio State number 2, Oregon number 3. So they got 2 of the top 3 teams from the Big Ten.
I don't like that. I don't like the sound of that.
You want me to read you the top? You want me to read you the top 10?
Give me the top 10.
Florida State at 10, Penn State at 9, Michigan at 8, Notre Dame at 7, Ole Miss at 6, Bama at 5, Texas at 4, Oregon at 3, Ohio State at 2, and UGA at 1.
And this is the AP poll, right?
The coaches poll, which is more accurate than most polls. The coaches poll, the coaches really know what's going on as far as those schools. They miss every now and then, but for the most part, they're pretty accurate.
Okay. I'll wait for the AP poll. I think the coaches poll is a little bit biased, but all right. You said Ohio State's number 2. Tate, you got an opinion on Ohio State being number 2 in the land according to the coaches?
I can deal with that. I mean, I think they're gonna quickly prove themselves to be number 1. But I heard 40% of the top 10 is the Big Ten. How many SEC schools in there?
I thought 40% of the schools in Division I is in the Big Ten now, right?
Four SEC schools, 4 Big Ten schools, Notre Dame and Florida State. Notre Dame's independent and Florida State's ACC. There's your top 10.
Only one ACC school.
Florida State at 10. Florida State at 10, Notre Dame at 7, which plays an ACC schedule.
It's a trash conference.
I won't go that far. All right, let's take a break. Let's take a break real fast, and let's pivot into some Team USA action. All right, we'll be right back after this. If you're listening on audio, you know what to do. Give us advertisers a little bit of love. You watching live, stay put. All right. How hard was your heart beating when Serbia went up by all those points on Team USA this week?
I thought they was cooked. I ain't gonna front. I thought at halftime, and then when I can't see them come out in the third quarter, I thought they was cooked. Well, the fourth quarter made a big difference, and Steph Curry got hot than a firecracker. But without Steph Curry, they was cooked. Without Steph, they were cooked. So it was a good test. I think I think France is gonna give them a run now too. Now, don't get me wrong.
Well, I can't take that from you, G, because you told me Canada's gonna be playing for silver. G, Tate, did you honestly think Serbia was gonna beat Team USA?
I didn't. I mean, I've been saying from the very beginning, this will be 5 straight gold medals, every one since 2008. This is just gonna be another one. Mm-hmm. I mean, France has bigs and Wemby and Gobert. Gobert don't even play a lot. But so, they're gonna do what they do, man. Steph Curry is on the team. I mean, KD is on the team. The GOAT, LeBron, is on the team. That's why I said they're not gonna lose, G. They're not gonna lose. Now, they might have came out flat and took Serbia for granted, and Bogdanovic was balling. He scored like 20, I think, yesterday. Hit some crucial threes. Joker is Joker. But yeah, it's just at the end of the day, man, when you play for them 40 minutes and 4 quarters, they're gonna wear on you, man. They gonna get you in the end. That's why I patiently I was waiting. You text when I don't know what was the end of the third quarter. You put the score up and said, "What up, Tate? What's up with this, Tate?"
Hey, I just said, "What's up?" I'm not cheering for them to lose. I'm not cheering. I don't want USA.
No. And when they was down in the third quarter, you coming at me like You said they ain't gonna lose. Take like they gonna lose.
I'm not cheering for them to lose, but what I will say is that anybody can lose a game. And in that particular scenario,
not them.
if Steph Curry wouldn't have got 36, they was
But
about it.
He didn't do nothing the other game. That was his best game.
That's right.
That's part of it, Big G. They got many people they can lean on. Joel Embiid came through when he needed to. He hadn't done nothing either. That old gray beard goat though. He had a triple double, and all he's doing is just filling in.
First time ever. First triple double ever.
Really?
Yeah.
That's what I heard. First triple double in Team USA history.
Wow, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
That's just something to add to it.
Yeah. But like I said, anybody can get hot. That's all I'm saying. And anybody can get cold. I think anybody can get hot. Yeah.
I don't think you said anybody can win. I don't think so. I don't think anybody can win. Team USA, the women's, they don't lose. They don't lose. They have no comp in the world. As you said, this team has Steph Curry. This team has Kevin Durant. This team has LeBron. And then they got a bunch of young guys that's out there being cheerleaders because there's not their time yet. But they're still pretty good. This team can't lose.
And they build teams different now. Like back in the day, they just got all the superstars with the first dream team. That's why they put Magic, Bird, and all them on it. Now they got guys like Bam and Drew Holiday and solid cats. That's good. There's role players, role players.
What's Anthony Davis been doing?
He's been playing decent.
Has Tatum been playing?
No.
No play yesterday. DNP.
Yeah, Tatum might as well be the water boy.
That's a bit harsh. That's a bit harsh.
True. He might as well be the water boy. He ain't played. He ain't did nothing. No minutes.
But the two games he didn't play were because they were playing Serbia, right? Might be a matchup issue.
Yeah, both times he didn't play, it was against Serbia.
But I saw somewhere they said it was on one of the ESPN shows this morning that Jason Tatum could have been used. His length and athleticism, switchability could have been used defensively. If nothing else, because Charles Barkley came on and said Steve Kerr's doing a bad job coaching.
Yeah. You think he's coaching bad? I don't.
That's what Charles Barkley said.
Yeah, Charles Barkley got to go. He got to go viral, I guess.
I think that's a bit of a hot take. I mean, he's won every game. I mean, and the question back to Charles Barkley was like, what basketball team plays 10 and 12 players? Not many.
No.
He's used his rotation. I mean,
especially in a knockout round scenario. No. You playing your horses. I guess that's opposed to, but you playing your horses. Shout out to what's the drill. And look, the most amazing thing that I'm taking from this, right? A lot of people get on LeBron's case, like he stack his teams, or he make his teams in a certain way that it elevates him. So you take away from what he does statistically, right? This team got all the best players in the world, save for a couple in France and Serbia and I'm forgetting the name. Greece. Save for those select few. He's playing with the best players in the world, and they're still deferring to him. He's still leading the way. That's uncanny. At his age, at 40, wow.
Pay and Tate, I got a question to ask y'all. Outside of the Toronto Raptors, can you tell me another basketball team that wasn't stacked up to win a championship? Outside of the Toronto Raptors.
In basketball.
They didn't have at least 2, possibly 3 Hall of Famers.
Well, the Houston Rockets was everybody's guess.
Who?
Pistons. Not Isaiah. Chauncey Billups Pistons.
And the Houston Rockets. Yeah. Houston Rockets only got 1 Hall of Famer.
Clyde Drexler.
Well, I'm talking about the first chip.
Yeah.
So it's rare. You gotta stack your team to get titles.
Yeah, you got to, and in this era of basketball, when I mean this LeBron era, the last 21 years, you definitely got to have a loaded up team, or you're not even going to make it to the conference finals if you don't have a loaded up team. You got to have 2 and 3 Hall of Famers.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Boston started it, but I don't. Did they start it to get by LeBron, or did that like when LeBron started running into him after that?
No,
They
built the
started
team
in
to beat
08.
Braun. They
No, I
built
don't know
that team
about
to
all
stop
that.
LeBron.
I don't know about all that.
What?
They built that team to stop LeBron.
I don't think they had LeBron on the mind when they did the
Yeah.
Voltron thing in 2008 to link up. I don't think they had LeBron on the mind.
LeBron and them had just beat the Pistons. LeBron had a 25-point fourth quarter, went to the championship, and the next year the Celtics loaded up with KG, Ray Allen, Paul Pierce, Rajon Rondo, Kendrick Perkins. They loaded up.
Yeah, I don't think
they didn't go through LeBron that year.
No, I don't think that those are two as a cause and effect situation. I think you had 3 guys who were getting up there, who's in their early 30s. They think that they see the end of their careers, staring them in the face. They say, you know what, it ain't working. Let's link up. And LeBron just happened to be starting his ascension.
Now, Golden State got together to beat him.
That's true.
But teams have always loaded up. Yeah. I mean, take me and your era, the early 80s and all, whatever. Look at them freaking Celtics and I mean, look how they traded and got Robert Parrish from Golden State to Boston. Look how they got Dennis Johnson from Golden. I mean, they gave him some now-a-laters, a couple Juju fruits, and a couple of, give me $4 on the backside, and I'm gonna trade you lunch tickets. That's how they got those guys over there. The Lakers definitely paid. Look, Jamal Wilkes, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, James Worthy, all those guys all on one team. The Pistons was the only team I remember really drafting. Maybe the Bulls' first run, but the Bulls' second run, they definitely loaded up. Ron Harper, Tony Kukoc, Scottie Pippen, Dennis Rodman, Jordan, all on the same team. Come on, man, you loading up to get a chip. So that whole bias against LeBron about what he loads up. Everybody loads up to get chips.
True. The Lakers, I don't think any of their 17 titles came from organic team building. I think they traded and signed free agents to every one of them. Not counting the Minneapolis Lakers.
Magic is the only Magic, and they cheated to get James Worthy. That was how do you win the championship and then get the first pick the next year? Come on.
Did they have somebody else pick?
Come on. Huh?
Did they have somebody else pick?
No, they traded Jamal Wilkes and Norman Nixon in them. They got up on Jamal Wilkes and Norman Nixon in them to get Worthy.
Well, I mean,
come on, man.
Think about they drafted Magic, but they already had a 4 or 5 time MVP on the roster in Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. They traded to get the draft rights to Worthy. Who else did they get later on in the decade? Yeah, Byron Scott. They found him. Yeah, I mean, again, then you go to the next dynasty. They didn't draft Shaq, but they drafted Kobe. But Shaq was a free agent.
Traded for Kobe.
Yeah, they traded for the draft rights of Kobe. Then they signed Shaq in free agency. What else? The Jerry West title. I think. They signed Wilt Chamberlain in the summer. I think Elgin Baylor. I don't know if Elgin Baylor was an original draft pick of theirs. I know Jerry West.
Jerry West was. I don't know if Elgin Baylor. I'll check.
Then you see this last one, LeBron. They ain't draft none of them dudes, other than Kuzma.
Yeah, they traded the whole team. They got off Julius Randle, Ball, Brandon Ingram. Yeah, they got rid of all them guys.
Mm-hmm. Elsewhere in the Olympics, man, you had there's a big story. Noah Lyles. Noah Lyles. I'm sorry. His quest to do something that hasn't been done since Carl Lewis failed. That's win the 100 and the 200 in the same Olympics.
No, Carl Lewis didn't fail. Carl Lewis last one to do it.
No, that's why I said his quest to do something that hasn't been done.
Oh, no, Lyles failed. Okay,
Lewis. Right. So it came out. It reported that COVID. He tested positive for COVID a day or two before the race, and it possibly affected his ability to win that race. You guys buy that? You guys buy that as a legit excuse?
Yeah, I do. From a health standpoint, absolutely had a dramatic effect on his ability to win that race. But it was lightweight selfish. He shouldn't have ran, in my opinion. He shouldn't have
I
ran.
agree with that part.
Yeah, it's lightweight selfish. He shouldn't have. What's him like? Oh, what's she doing the 4x1? That's what you need to ask. She clowned in the 4x1.
She didn't make the 200.
Yeah, I don't think she qualified.
Yeah, she ran her worst. She finished 4th at the trial. She got finished top 3.
Noah looked. I mean, his pregame. Noah's a very energetic guy, right? His pregame looked like he had a ton of energy to run, and then he came out and got the bronze. And then it's I hate hearing about things after the fact. I know you don't want to give your opponents any special information on you that they don't necessarily need beforehand, but I don't want to hear after you come up short of your goal, like, yeah, you know what, I had COVID, and I understand, G, that him being an asthmatic and him having COVID, it can definitely take some wind out of your sails, no doubt about it. But it didn't look like he was tired beforehand.
Well, Kung Fu Kenny got in him. I mean, and that's big pause with that, no doubt, no diddy, no doubt. But Kung Fu Kenny was out there running, bro. So and then Kung Fu, he got what, silver? Who's the guy that got the gold? Who the guy that got the gold?
To Balo or something like that from Botswana. But yeah, I think that's. I mean, I talk to people that's affiliated with the track circuit. That track circuit, and a lot of people Noah get on a lot of people's nerves, man. That's just how he is. That's who he is. He's an attention seeker, But Usain Bolt told him, "Hey, keep doing what you're doing. The sport needs you." So I mean, he getting that from the GOAT. So he just doing as he's been instructed, and he is a personality, and he makes you want to follow track. I say the biggest personalities in track is him, Sha'Carri, and Sydney McLaughlin.
I agree.
I like Gabby Thomas' story. She's a Harvard grad, Ivy League, and still pursued her track and got gold. I mean, so she's got a good story. I mean, so yeah, it's a whole bunch of intricacies. And if y'all never watched this, would have been better before the Olympics. If you never watched that show on Netflix, Sprint, it shows a lot of that. So I mean, I would recommend it to anyone if you want to know.
Yeah, I've heard good things about that show, Sprint. I don't watch it, but because I don't have Netflix. But I've heard it is a really good behind the scenes of getting into the character of track and field for USA.
It is. And shout out to our athletics, my brother-in-law. They got Sha'Carri got silver. Melissa Jefferson got bronze in the 100. So he got second and third in that race. Kenny got silver in the 200. And three of his girls were on the relay team. He coached them, and they got gold. And the men probably would have got gold or silver, but they got disqualified. He had 3 on the men team, too. They got disqualified for a baton pass, so that didn't work out. All right. But man, the women's volleyball is playing in the gold medal game.
Yeah. I got a question. Who's more dominant, the women's basketball or the men's basketball?
Easily women's. What kind of question? The women won their 60th straight game the other day. 60.
I just want to see.
The only time they lose is to the WNBA All-Stars. and that's because they mad they pick an Olympic team. And a lot of people that were playing on the WNBA, that was a great game, right? The WNBA versus the USA team. A lot of people in that WNBA All-Star team are going to be on the next Olympic team.
I can see that.
Yeah.
I definitely can see that. Especially your cash cow, Caitlin Clark. She'd definitely be on the next one.
Oh, without a doubt.
The Bayou Barbie.
Yeah. That when all of them all them youngsters. Angel Reese, Juju might be on the next Olympic squad.
Who the girl that played with Caitlin Clark?
Aaliyah Boston.
Leah Boston. Yeah, Juju gonna be on it.
On the next one. I was saying 4 years. Juju.
Who on it now not gonna be on it? I say Griner.
Deanna Taurasi.
Griner ain't gonna be there.
I said Griner, Taurasi.
I think Taurasi is the only lock that you can say because this is her last season.
But Griner about 33, 34 years old. Olympics in 4 years. She already moving kind of slow to me. She don't look nothing like she did at Baylor.
She's a 10-year vet. I think you can put her on there too as well. I think it might be like her last dance as well. Just that.
What about the chick that played for the Liberty? What's her name?
Which one? Brianna Stewart or Sabrina Ionesco?
No, Brianna Stewart.
Chelsea Gray won't be on the next Olympic team.
Yeah, I can see. Yeah, this might be her one too. But again, I think that's an asterisk on her too.
Brittany Griner definitely won't be. She's 33.
Unless she got some of that goat blood in her.
Jewel Lloyd won't be on the next Olympic team either. She's 31 for the Seattle Storm. She won't be on the next Olympic team either.
She'll still be an elite player.
In 4 years. She is 40, ain't she?
Yeah.
Yeah, Taurasi's 40.
Alyssa Thomas won't be on that team either. She's 33. She won't be on that next Olympics team either. She 32, 33. She out of there, bro. She gone. There's probably only going to be, I would say maybe 6 of the current team might still be there.
Do y'all know who selects the women's team? Like for the men's team, Grant Hill picks them.
Mm-hmm. They have a selection committee. I don't know any big names.
He talked about he almost didn't take a 39-year-old LeBron, not knowing he could keep up with it. He's like, that'd have been the worst mistake ever.
That's 2 lies already, right there, Grant Hill. That's 2. Keep him going. You got one more. You got one more.
Because he's a Duke guy, pay Big G. Get the bias up. You know that's where it's from.
He's lying. He said he almost didn't take LeBron on the team. Stop.
Pay. I hope you saw the Know It Alls podcast a couple weeks ago when me and Tay-Boy Fresh and Mod had Thomas Hill, Grant Hill's roommate from Duke University, on there. I hope you saw all of that because he was talking about there was some big Carolina bias. There was some big bias out there for the Carolina, man. And he was talking about Duke is that thing, bro. He was talking about it. He said Duke is that thing.
All-time Duke squad. Who was it, Big G? He said
Jay Will,
Christian Laettner.
He said Jay Will and
Kyrie. No, he said Kyrie.
No, he said Jay Will, Jay Will and JJ Redick at the guards, Grant Hill and Christian Laettner at the forwards, and Eldon Brand at the center.
Trash.
Y'all kill them, Pay?
Destroy.
Ooh.
Destroy. Carolina got a better team than that. They're top.
I mean, we was salty about him leaving certain guys off. He said no one and done guy can make it. So he said Kyrie couldn't make it, Jason Tatum couldn't make it. He was naming Zion couldn't make it.
Who Carolina got? We know that they got MJ. Do you put Worthy on that team? This your team. I'm asking you. You put Worthy on that team?
I wouldn't put Worthy on the team because Sam Perkins got to play before him.
Whoa, James Worthy don't make your top 5 all-time squad?
If I'm making a roster, I didn't say top 5. I'm making a roster that has to play ball. Sam Perkins was the best player on that squad that won in 82. So if I put Worthy on the team, I definitely got to put Perk.
Wasn't Worthy the college player of the year?
He was.
Perk was the college player of the year.
No. I bet corner time James Worthy was college player of the year. Right, I bet corner time James Worthy.
Jordan also won player of the year too. On that, well, he won not that year. It was 2 years later.
James Worthy was the college player of the year. James Worthy was numero uno.
At guard is going to be tough for me because you already took Jordan. So
Kenny Smith.
No, not Kenny Smith. Kenny Smith wouldn't do it.
James Worthy was the most outstanding player of the tournament.
Exactly.
But I can't find the college player of the year. Wait, I got the list right here though now.
If I would think At point guard, I don't need nobody to beat the ball in their hand. I need somebody that's going to facilitate and run the floor. So it's probably going to either be Kendall Marshall or
Ralph Sampson.
Ralph Sampson. Yeah, it'll
Ralph
be
Sampson
Kendall,
3 years in a
Kendall
row.
Marshall or Ed Cota at point guard.
Ed Cota?
He'll put
Kendall
the
Marshall
guard.
or Ed Cota.
Jay Will would eat Ed Cota off the bone.
No,
You at least got to go.
Pause.
I'd go King Rice over Ed Cota.
I would too.
No.
Ed Cota was
true.
big trash.
No, he wasn't.
Ed Cota was garbage.
He wasn't. No, he was. He was the best point guard.
Kenny Smith is better than Ed Cota.
What did I say?
Ed Cota didn't even get drafted.
A point guard that's going to run. That's going to
Kenny Smith was first team All-American. It was a top 10
was.
NBA draft pick.
Yes,
Kenny Smith. It ain't cut the deck.
But I'm making a team that can win.
Kenny Smith.
Not against that Duke team.
Yes, they'll kill this Duke team.
Hold it. And you said who else you say?
Either Kendall Marshall or Ed Cota at 1.
No way.
Either Kendall Marshall or Ed Cota at 1. They're gonna keep that tempo moving. We got to get the ball out and we got to run the floor because we got another goat over there on the wing. They need to jump over somebody. That's all we need. We need somebody that's gonna run.
Vincent Small.
Definitely putting Vincent Small because I'm going to dunk over everybody.
At power, you're going to run Perkins, and you probably run a sheet in the middle.
Yep, I like that.
Yeah, that's okay. But I'll give you a point.
You'll be better with James Worthy at the power, though. But yeah, okay.
I like that. I need tempo. I need tempo. That's why I want Kendall Marshall or Ed Cota. Tempo.
Man, she was a dog. She my first team.
The only place he slipping is his point guard and his power forward.
I'm not slipping. Check him out, man. Check him out. Again, I'm gonna tell you right. I'm not going for anything. Got to do it, but I want tempo. There's better point guards than Ed Cota and Kendall Marshall, but I want a particular style of play. I want to run James. I want to run Jason Williams off the floor.
At the college level, he might not have done it in the pros, but at the college level, J.R. Reed was a dog.
Yeah,
he was a dog.
Everybody that played at Carolina was a dog, except for Brendan Haywood. He wasn't.
Not everybody.
Everybody.
They had some big trash. Reese was a bum.
Sam Perkins was 2-time first All-American and 1-time second team All-American. Okay, now James Worthy probably gonna be about the same, I would think.
It was teammates. Perk was the best player on that team.
No, it went from Worthy to Jordan.
James Worthy was consistent first team All-American 1 time. Okay.
Oh.
How come Worthy's 52 is retired by Carolina, but it says Perkins number 41 is honored? What's the difference, Payne?
So at Carolina, you have to win either a national. You have to win either a national player of the year or a conference player of the year to get your number retired. Anything else is just an honored number.
James Worthy didn't win neither one because Ralph Sampson was the player of the year 3 years in a row. And
he's an ACC player.
That Ralph Sampson was ACC player of the year and what you call it in the year 3 in a row.
The athlete of the year. I don't know if that's a difference.
Yeah, Ralph Sampson was 3 in a row, both ways.
Pause. Yeah, but that's why you got like 52 jerseys hanging up that are honored. Only 9, I think, are retired. Jordan, Hansborough would make my team. Just so y'all know.
Why didn't he then?
Yeah, I mean, you said put Rasheed there. Like, you know what? Let's rock out with Rasheed. Tyler Hansborough really the greatest Tar Heel of all time.
What? Oh my!
Really the greatest.
Oh, what?
You know what came later? You can say Christian Laettner is the greatest Dookie of all time, but he's not the greatest player to come from Duke.
Tyler Hansborough is not the greatest Tar Heel.
No. I didn't say greatest player to come from. I said greatest player at
Jordan.
Yep. Nope. Nope. All the records are sitting with
Big
got
G,
Tyler
Big G,
Hansborough's name on it. All the records
Big
got Tyler
G,
Hansborough's name on it. He got a
Big
ring.
G,
He's got
Big
the
G.
He's got the
Mm.
player of the year. He's got everything.
Hey, Big G,
His
you
resume is
saw-
bulletproof.
You saw Jordan, North Carolina. Pay did.
I've seen enough.
Jordan.
I'm
You
gonna say it
saw it.
again. I'm gonna say it again. His resume is the greatest resume at Carolina. He's
Well, that's the whole
therefore-
reason why Thomas Hill put JJ Redick on the team.
I don't care about Thomas Hill. I have to say.
I'm just saying that's why he did it, because JJ Redick got all the records. He said no one and dones.
But
clearly-
JJ record is better than Tyler Hero.
Tyler Hansborough.
Hansborough, yeah.
Who?
You better
JJ
Tyler Hero.
Redick? His resume ain't better. He had a hot little time in Duke. That was it.
Yeah.
But his resume not better.
He's probably more highly revered at Duke than what Hansborough is at Carolina.
No, not true.
Wow.
Not true.
Wow. I cannot
G,
believe you said Hansborough.
Pull up Tyler Hansborough, but I'm gonna pull up JJ Redick.
I got you, man. I cannot believe that. Hey, that's
I'll say y'all some time. I'll save you the time. Tyler Hansborough has a championship. He's never lost to Duke at Duke. He's the highest scoring player in the ACC. He's the highest scorer, obviously highest scoring player. Yes, highest scorer. Yes.
You know that.
Obviously, he's got. I think he has the most rebounds. It maybe Baycott just beat that. He has like.
Did he win in Naismith?
Yes, that's why his number's retired. He has a Naismith, and I know he's got like 5 career records that he holds, either ACC or title.
He won an NCAA championship. He was the National College Player of the Year. He was 3-time consensus first-team All-American. He was a second-team All-American once. He was the Freshman of the Year. He was the ACC Player of the Year once. He was 4 first-team All-ACC 4 years in a row. He was the ACC Rookie of the Year, the ACC Freshman of the Year. He won the ACC Tournament MVP. His numbers retired. He was a McDonald's All-American, and he was a first-team Parade All-American. That's Hansborough.
Yeah, JJ got McDonald's, got second team Parade. He is Mr. Basketball in Virginia. He got 2 ACC tournament MVPs.
Oh, got him beat there.
That's not a thing.
He got 2 first team consensus All-Americans. I don't know what the Rupp Trophy is. He got 2 of them too. And
Adolph
one
Rupp Trophy. What is that? That's an SEC title trophy. I don't. What is that?
I can say this much: Tyler Hansborough was very consistent for 4 seasons in North Carolina.
He's 4-time All-American. His resume better than JJ, but we know JJ was a good player.
Antoine Jameson was better than him too.
Antoine James is my second favorite Tar Heel of all time. Donald Williams my first. When I say that, I'm talking about
guard Donald Williams.
Donald Williams was my first favorite Carolina player, and then Antoine, and then so on and so forth.
Big G.
Antoine was so cold.
Antoine,
he should be a Hall of Famer. He should be. We had this conversation. He should be in the Hall of Fame.
It was Antoine and who?
No, they didn't play together. Antoine, Vince Carter, Ed Carter,
Antoine and Vince and Carter,
Agudoulier, and who was the other? Who was the other starter?
G. He don't know nothing about Jimmy Black, do we?
Yeah, he don't know. He don't know. He don't know. He's the point guard on the national championship, 1982 national championship.
National championship team.
Yeah, he was the point.
He was the one that stole the ball from Sleepy Floyd.
Yeah, Sleepy Floyd threw it to him, or Brown threw it to him.
Mm-hmm. He was the point.
Brown threw it to to Jimmy Black.
Clutch.
Mm-hmm.
It's crazy how them things happen. I mean, just like Chris Webber in the timeout. I mean, those
clutch
young people, they get down to the end and they nerves get them.
Yeah.
All right. Let's I got one more thing I want to talk about. Let's finish and then we can wrap it there. So the Tate Cologne shipping express. This cologne, let's do a smell test real quick, Tate. What kind of notes do you smell in that? Because I need to know if I need this and if anybody else wants it. You smell any pepper in there? What's going on?
She asked me did I like the instructor asked I like outdoor smells like woods.
Like sand, yeah, like woods, and is it
Yeah.
woodsy?
Woodsy, yeah.
That's Tom Ford. Tom Ford's like that.
So I like
Takes
that.
essential oils.
It got a little bit of citrus. I can't remember what else, but I sprayed a little bit on, and it smells good. Yeah, it smells really good. I mean, but you know, you guys one day we get back together and bring it and let you smell a sample. Then like I said, I got the vent. I can get you a bottle of that Tay Boy Fresh, boy. You know,
you're gonna have Val be your cologne mule across the water. You have to slip her a couple of dollars to customs to get that through.
Who would do that?
Val.
Oh no, we just gonna order it online. You go to the website.
Oh, okay. They're not sponsoring, so I'm not gonna say their name, but we can put it in the chat if you like.
Tim said it's Tate's essential oils.
What's on what were we talking about on Know It All Sunday?
We're going to have our first on the Know It Alls podcast on Sunday. We're going to have our first rankings for all 8 divisions in the NFL. So we're gonna rank where teams would finish in every division, AFC and NFC, and then we might talk a little bit about who we project for playoffs and who we're going to look at as player of the year and comeback player of the year and rookie of the year. We're going to have that conversation. It's that time of year, man. You know how we get out? I already know it's going to be some big bias.
Of course. So, from you.
Oh, heck no.
Hey, Afton's comment, yeah, her Kansas State coach won the women's long jump.
She did.
Tara Davis Hall. Tara Davis Woodall. Yeah, I watched her do that. She was good.
Yeah, she was a coach and won it. But yeah, that's what we get into on the Know It Alls. I think I definitely think it's not going to be any bias on my part. No.
You don't think that?
I already know because I don't know if I'm going to pick the Steelers to win the division. So outside of that, it's if there was any bias, that would be the bias. Yeah, I don't think I'm not sold on the Steelers to win the division.
Not true, and I'm definitely going to clip that for later. All right, so everybody, make sure you check the Know It Alls on Sunday. What time?
6 o'clock.
6 o'clock. Hey, well, I want to know what you expecting from Caleb Williams tomorrow. What's a good game?
Caleb Williams tomorrow. I don't see. They won't tell how many series they're going to play. We got a stupid banged up offensive line, so I can assume that however many snaps he gets, every play is going to be really safe. It's going to be a lot of handoffs. It's going to be a lot of quick passes because you're playing with a bunch of guys who out of place on the line or backups. So I can't really say for sure what I expect out of him because for one, like I said, for one, I don't know how long he's going to play, and for two, I just don't know what type of plays they're going to give him. They might want to get the ball out of his hands quick. So I'm not looking for anything spectacular down the field to Roma Duzier or Keenan Allen or DJ Moore, the newly signed DJ Moore, the highest paid player in Bears history, DJ Moore.
Did he get too much money?
Too much? No, it's never too much. He's not getting paid like these guys, like what CD Lamb is looking for, or JJ Jefferson, or anything like that. So no, but
he's well deserved.
I don't think it's 32. I think it was $110 million contract altogether, or for a 4-year extension, something like that. So the math might be about 32 once it kicks in.
Hey, your boy Nate Wiggins messed his shoulder up trying to come up and tackle tonight, right? I've been telling you that all along. He's too light in the britches.
He'd be all right. I'm not worried about him. No,
he got DJ Moore. 4 years, 110 with a $20 million signing bonus.
Right. So the AAV on that was going to be about 28 when it kicks in.
Yeah, 28. Okay, that's fair. That's about what Brandon Ayuk need.
I would say so.
No. Brandon Ayuk, for having to play with Deebo Samuel, Brandon Ayuk deserves more than that. And Christian McCaffrey.
Whoa. Oh, for having to play with DJ Samuel, he should get paid a lot more than he should.
On a different team, he has more value. Brandon Ayuk deserves anywhere between 29 and 31 million.
I think he's a system receiver. He's a good receiver. He might even be top 10, Big G, but the top 5, Chase, Jefferson, Tyreek, CeeDee Lamb, they get the he don't deserve what they get. He's there about 28.
I say between 29 and 31. That's just me.
I think 26 is fair. Question, real quick. I'm gonna go around the room. Tate, who had the best season from a rookie wide receiver? Neighbors or Harrison Jr.?
Harrison Jr. because he got the better quarterback.
Facts.
G. Same
Absolutely.
question.
Doubling down, Harrison Jr.
Double down on the bias. Double down
Jones,
on the bias.
Jones is trash.
That's not
Jones
bias.
is trash.
Because Kyler Murray's a better quarterback.
Yeah, Jones is freaking dumpster juice, man. He's garbage, man.
I could see Odunze having a better year than both of them, but he's surrounded.
He got a better quarterback. Yeah, he got a better quarterback. He got it, man. Jones is horrible. Tim, stop it. Kyler Murray and Jones, it ain't even close.
You got to get you a matrix graphic, Pay.
Yeah, man. Jones is one of the worst quarterbacks in the league.
We don't throw anybody in the metrics over here on the Frustrated Chicago Sports Channel, but we do let you know if you've gotten out of pocket. Don't do that again. Kyler Murray, Tim Lyon says Kyler Murray is trash. That's a bit far. But
facts.
All right, man. So don't miss the know-it-alls on Sunday, 6:00 p.m. We're gonna talk about rank every division in NFL. Check it out, Mod. I know you somewhere watching. Don't be late and pump your brakes. Pump your brakes is coming up on Wednesday. Anything else on the pipeline?
Level up on Monday.
I tell you what. Big G sure was quick to come over here and do this with you. I ain't seen him on the Cleveland Cavs podcast in about 2 weeks now.
Whoa. Don't throw my man G under the bus.
That ain't the bus. What? Hold up the fact sign, Big G.
I'm not holding up none. I ain't holding up none. That's between y'all two. I ain't said nothing.
Between us, you call me Cleveland Cavalier. That's rather cavalier.
Hey, man. Hey, it happens sometimes.
It happens sometimes. He said it's been 2 months. It ain't been no sometime.
It ain't been no 2 months. It's been like 2 weeks.
I said 2 weeks. 2 weeks.
All right.
Ain't nothing going on in Cav. What's going on with the Bulls, Pay, before you get out?
The Bulls are we did an episode this past week for the Bulls. The latest episode we discussed any feel-good stories coming out of watching the Summer League with the number 1 draft pick Mateus and watching the Olympics with Josh Giddey, who was just recently acquired by the Bulls. He looked good for Australia. Is there any hope to have with the Bulls this year based on what you saw this summer between those two players? And hopefully, we had a question. What would you want to receive for a hypothetical trade for Zach LaVine and Vucevic? So we got into some talk.
In a package or for individual?
Individual.
I think you want draft compensation from both of them. Why get a player? You building again.
Yeah, they're tanking. The Bulls are pooping for Coop.
Hey, you gonna get Big G boy Cooper Flag next.
That's well, the Bulls do like those guys from Duke, so maybe.
Cooper a dog, yeah, real dog.
It's a shame what happened to the Bulls in the last 25 years.
Is it?
It is. I mean, they had the D Rose run though. I give them that. Give them that. But from where they was at, the peak, six out of 8 titles. And I think it would have been 6 out of 8, even if Mike kept playing too.
I agree. Yeah,
That Houston team was going to win one.
Houston was going to get one.
And that Orlando was going to put them out like they did because Mike was back for that one.
Mm-hmm.
We don't even count that on his resume.
We know how you feel about Cooper Flag there, G.
He's a beast.
He's a beast, huh?
He's the best. He's the best. He has got some. Cooper Flag could legitimately win an MVP in the NBA within the next 7 years. Easily, depending on the situation and the team that he goes to. Cooper Flag is that athletically gifted and talented. He's one of the best high school basketball players I've ever seen in my whole life. Matter of fact, I'm willing to say he's a top 5 high school basketball player
y'all
ever.
See burners and all out there. I'm telling y'all right now, that's the next Larry Bird. He's unbelievable.
I'm gonna write that down.
He's cooking at USA team. Write it down. That boy can hoop, bro. Zach Edey.
Cooper Flag got a little
Trash pick.
hardware.
Listen, y'all always say I get burners and all out there. I'm telling y'all right now, that's the next Larry Bird. He's unbelievable.
I'm gonna write that down.
He's cooking at USA team.
I'll double down and triple down on that. Cooper Flag is a beast. He's a top 5 high school basketball player I've ever seen play or ever known about play. Since
ever?
Top 5 ever.
Big G.
Top 5 ever.
Okay, so you didn't see Lou Alcindor. You didn't see him.
Correct.
LeBron James.
Absolutely.
High school basketball.
Kevin Garnett.
I mean, there's a lot of good high school basketball players. A lot of large legends. You got Sebastian Telfair, LeBron.
Yeah.
I'm blanking on a few.
Sebastian Telfair was a legend. Kenny Anderson.
Kenny Anderson, Zion Williamson.
Zion top 5. Cooper Flag
Zion
right there.
top 5?
Ever high school basketball player ever.
So who are your top 5 high school basketball players, Big G?
In no order. I'm just going to name the 5 that I know. Zion, not in no order. Zion Williamson, LeBron James, Shaquille O'Neal, Cooper Flag, and probably Kevin Garnett.
And you're saying this with full awareness of what Wilt and Kareem did while they were in college, right?
I didn't know nothing about them. I can't go anybody before. I mean, I know what.
You didn't watch all them dudes that you just named, but I mean,
I knew about all of them. I knew about all of them. Yeah, a lot of them I saw highlights and watched games because we don't have the social footprint that's out there now. But a lot of them I went back and saw film and all. Oh, they were dogs. They were dogs. But Cooper Flag different, bro.
Okay,
Cooper Flag is different.
I'm not going to argue with you.
Who the best high school basketball player to ever go Ohio State?
Jimmy Jackson. Jimmy Jackson, without a doubt. Jimmy Jackson. The best high school basketball player ever going to.
North Carolina, out of high school.
North Carolina high school?
Out of North Carolina, out of high school. Jordan, when he come out of high school.
He did. He was I think he won Mr. Basketball from Laney. But I don't think he's the best high school player out of Carolina. There's a
best high school recruit Carolina player team.
Oh.
Sheed.
No, Harrison. If you're going by the name, I mean going by grades, yeah, it's Harrison Barnes.
I remember him out of Iowa. He was beastie coming out. Huge reputation. Yeah, I remember that.
She was unbelievable out of the Philadelphia metro area.
Yeah, that's true.
You're right. You're not lying, but Harrison Barnes was that dog.
Yeah, he was. Did Harrison Barnes play with the boy who coached his son? McDermott. They was friends.
Oh, yeah, in high school, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was his coach. I didn't know he coached his son. Doug McDermott. All right.
Yeah, they played together. They was friends.
Mm-hmm.
McDermott went to play with his dad. At what school is that?
That was Creighton.
Creighton, yeah, Nebraska, yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
All right, know-it-alls. What say your good nights. Thanks everybody for checking us out on Friday. Could have been anywhere else, but you spent your Friday with us. We appreciate it. Say good night, everybody.
We appreciate y'all. We'll see y'all Sunday on the Know-It-Alls.
The know-it-alls, the homies, PYB, frustrated Chicago sports fans, level up. That's rather Cavalier still a thing. And the Chicago Bulletin Board.
That's a go.
Yeah. And my boy Relly Hall. We ain't heard from him. He texted me. They said he gonna have some content next week. So yeah, all right, that's it.
All right. Peace out, everybody.
How was dinner, man? Hope dinner was good.
Peace out, everybody. Have a safe night.
Yeah.
Thanks for checking out this latest edition from the Frustrated Chicago Sports Fan channel. Whether you're listening to this on Apple Podcasts or Spotify or watching on Twitch or YouTube, do the same. Like, subscribe, share with a friend, hit the notification bell so you never miss a drop. And to all my homies in Chicago, we say 3 things. Bear down, go Cubs go, and sell the team, Jerry.